Hello, students. Welcome back to part 2 of the lesson My Childhood. All of you open your textbooks and look at the lesson. Next para. The newspapers now had to be bundled and thrown out from the moving train on the Rameswaram road between Rameswaram and Dhanushkodi. That forced my cousin Samsuddin, who distributed newspapers in Rameswaram, to look for a helping hand to catch the bundles, and as if naturally, I filled the slot. Samsuddin helped me earn my first wages. Half a century later, I can still feel the surge of pride in earning my own money for the first time. As the train stop cancelled at Rameswaram station, the newspaper bundles had to thrown out from the moving train on the Rameswaram road between Rameswaram and Dhanushkodi. Kalam's cousin Samsuddin, who is distributing newspapers at Rameswaram, needed a helping person to catch the bundles from the train. So, Kalam decided to help his cousin. In return, Samsuddin helped Abdul Kalam to earn his first wage. 50 years ago, Kalam felt proud in earning his own money for the first time. Next para. Every child is born with some inherited characteristics into a specific socio-economic and emotional environment and trained in certain ways by figures of authority. I inherited honesty and self-discipline from my father. From my mother, I inherited faith in goodness and deep kindness, and so did my three brothers and sister. I had three close friends in my childhood: Ramanatha Sastri, Aravindan, and Sivaprakashan. By birth, every child is getting some characteristics from their parents and grandparents into a particular socio-economic and emotional environment and trained in certain ways. Kalam got honesty and self-discipline from his father, and faith in goodness and deep kindness from his mother. His three brothers and sister also did the same. Kalam had three friends in his childhood. They are Ramanatha Sastri, Aravindan, and Sivaprakashan. Next para. All these boys were from Orthodox Hindu Brahmin families. As children, none of us ever felt any difference amongst ourselves because of our religious differences and upbringing. In fact, Ramanatha Sastri was the son of Pakshi Lakshmana Sastri, the high priest of the Rameswaram temple. Later, he took over the priesthood of the Rameswaram temple from his father. Aravindan went into the business of arranging transport for visiting pilgrims, and Sivaprakashan became a catering contractor for the Southern Railways. Kalam's friends belonged to very strict Hindu Brahmin families, but they did not feel any differences among themselves because of their religious differences. Ramanatha Shastri was the son of Pakshi Lakshmana Shastri, the main priest of Rameswaram temple. Later, Ramanatha Shastri became the priest of Rameswaram temple after his father. Aravindan took the business of arranging transport for visiting pilgrims. Sivaprakashan became a food contractor for the Southern Railways. Next para. During the annual Sri Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony, our family used to arrange boats with a special platform for carrying idols of the Lord from the temple to the marriage site, situated in the middle of the pond called Ramatirtha, which was near our house. Events from the Ramayana and from the life of the prophet were the bedtime stories my mother and grandmother would tell the children in our family. Every year, for Sita Rama Kalyana ceremony, Kalam's family used to arrange boats with special arrangements to carry the statues of the god from the temple to marriage place, located in the middle of the lake called Ramatirtha. It is near to Kalam's house. Kalam's mother and grandmother used to tell stories from Ramayana to all their children every night before they go to sleep. Next para. One day, when I was in 5th standard at the Rameswaram Elementary School, a new teacher came to our class. I used to wear a cap which marked me as a Muslim, and I always sat in the front row next to Ramanatha Shastri, who wore the sacred thread. The new teacher could not stomach a Hindu priest's son sitting with a Muslim boy. When Kalam was in 5th standard at the Rameswaram Elementary School, a new teacher came to his class. As a Muslim, Kalam used to wear a cap, and he always sat in the front row next to Ramanatha Shastri, who wore the holy thread. The new teacher could not accept a Hindu priest's son to sit with a Muslim boy. Next para. in accordance with our social ranking. As the new teacher saw it, I was asked to go and sit on the back bench. I felt very sad, and so did Ramanatha Sastri. He looked utterly downcast as I shifted to my seat in the last row. The image of him weeping when I shifted to the last row left a lasting impression on me. According to caste system, the new teacher asked Kalam to go and sit on the back bench. So, Kalam and his friend Ramanatha Sastri felt very sad about it. Ramanatha Sastri felt very sad when Kalam's place shifted to last row. Ramanatha Sastri started crying when Kalam shifted to last row. He could not forget the situation in his lifetime. Dear students, all of you turn your textbooks to page number 86. In the lesson journey, the author used the past perfect tense, means had plus past participle, in many sentences. If you observe the following sentences from the story and the rules given under them, you will understand why and how the past perfect tense is used. First sentence. It was 10:20. My father had already left, which is taken from 6th para. When an action takes place before a point of time in the past, the action is expressed in the past perfect tense. Sometimes the point of time can be understood from the earlier sentences and other contextual clues. See the second sentence. Finally, we reached Dirang. The bus from Tawang had not yet reached Dirang. It's taken from 11th para. In this sentence, when two actions in the past are clearly separated by time, the earlier action is expressed in the past perfect tense. Next sentence. I quickly sat down on a rock. My father laughed at my plight. Taken from 7th para. When two actions in the past happen simultaneously, both of them are expressed in the past tense only. Next example. Sunita never saw a bear before she was transferred to Maredumilli. Sindh closed the doors because she heard loud noises from outside. I never met him after I left India. Normally, when the time relation is unambiguous by the use of before, after, because, etc., the simple past is used to refer to both past actions. Here, the past perfect is optional. We can use or we may not. See the following sentences. Comment on the use of the simple past tense and past perfect tense as the illustrations given in the above sentences in the following sentences. Identify the tense and give reasons for the use of the tense used in the following 15 sentences. To do this, you take the help of your workbook.